In this episode, we're going to talk about cereal with bananas. That's good, right? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to another episode of The Dr. Clay Show. I'm Dr. Clay Height, your lovely and talented host. And I want to, first of all, congratulate the San Francisco 49ers. Man, I'm pumped about the 49ers having won the NFC playoff and going to the Super Bowl. Yeehaw! So there's a chance that the 49ers are going to be the football world champions, so to speak, win the Super Bowl the same year that the San Francisco Giants won the World Series. So it'd be kind of cool for the Bay Area to be dominated, specifically San Francisco, to be dominating both baseball and football. And like I said last week, Cain Velasquez being the heavyweight champion in the UFC, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool for the Bay Area, although he lives around San Jose, not San Francisco, but close enough. Anyway, serious mad props to the 49ers. I'm ecstatic, and I can't wait for the Super Bowl, and I hope the 49ers, I have no ill feelings. That's what I'm trying to say. No ill feelings for the Baltimore Ravens, but I hope the 49ers, I just hope they win. I was going to say, stomp the mud out of the Ravens or whatever, but not really. I hope it's a close game, and I hope the San Francisco 49ers win. Anyway, enough about that. I also want to apologize for missing I believe I missed 2 episodes last week of the Now Daily Dr. Clay Show. I sincerely want to apologize. My only excuse is that I don't have an excuse. Here's the deal. Sometimes life gets in the way, and that's essentially what happened. And, I live in this land, so to speak, of sand, sun, palm trees, and life is great. But the reality is, even if you live in California, and sometimes maybe especially if you live in California, life can be difficult. So yours truly is just having life can just be tough sometimes. So enough about that. You're not here for my pity party. So anyway, but I do want to apologize for missing a couple episodes last week. So I'll try to hit you up with an extra one maybe this weekend and make it right with you. All right. So let's talk about the question at hand, which is cereal with bananas. A lot of people think, well, I'm eating right. I'm eating healthy. I had cereal. For example, let's say even it was Cheerios. There we go. There's your beautiful visual. Let's say you had this right here. You had Cheerios, and I believe this is Honey Nut Cheerios, actually. Honey Nut Cheerios with sliced banana. And let's say you sliced up one banana and put in there. What's wrong with that? That's a healthy breakfast, right? I mean, it's not sausage and, bacon and eggs and so on, right? So this is good, and that's what a lot of people think. So that's what I want to do, is answer this question. It's not a specific question from any one person this time, but it's a general question, because a lot of people think that they're doing well when they have cereals with banana. But let me just first of all, let me go ahead and warn you. I'm just kind of I'm kind of a little bit grumpy. I'm overall, man, I'm the happiest person you could ever meet, and nice, all that good stuff. But I'm just a little grumpy right now, so I might be a little terse and to the point. And my point is, if I can just be blunt, no, this is not a good breakfast. If you're trying to lose fat quickly, or you're trying to lose fat at all, this is not a breakfast. In fact, let me just keep it blunt. It's a piss poor breakfast. Let me explain. All right, to begin with, let's look at the nutritional value of Cheerios. And this is the plain Cheerios. Have you ever eaten plain Cheerios? They ain't that good. I'm not hating on Cheerios. In fact, Cheerios is something that I sometimes put on a client's meal plan. But anyway, I digress. Cheerios, nothing wrong with them, but they don't taste that good plain. They taste like kind of like cardboard made into the form of a circle shape in a bowl, and with some little bit of sweetener on it to make it taste like a sweetened cardboard. They ain't that good. Honey Nut Cheerios, those are good, but nonetheless. Anyway, so here we are with Cheerios. Nutritional value: 3 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat. What's wrong with that, right? Well, here's the serving size: 28 grams, or about 1 ounce. I should say about there. In fact, that's a little less than an ounce. Close enough, though. We'll call it 1 ounce. Here's the thing. Who eats an ounce of cereal for breakfast? Nobody. And the manufacturer Cheerios, I don't even know who it is. They know you're not going to eat an ounce of cereal, 28 measly grams, which is, they say it's about 1 cup. It's less than a cup, I can tell you that, but it's pretty close. It's ballpark of a cup. But put your cereal in a cup. In fact, tomorrow when you make your pretty little bowl of cereal and a banana in it, put it in 1 cup, 1 measuring cup, and then fill that up with your little skim milk, of course, and see how filling that is. You'll be pissed off at me because you're like, what? This is all I get for breakfast? This is crap. Well, I agree. It is crap. It's not enough. You're not going to eat 1 ounce of cereal. You're going to eat more. I'm going to say ballpark on average, and I've weighed a lot of food in my time, so this is a pretty educated guesstimate. The average person is going to have about 3 ounces of cereal. 3 ounces of any food generally is not going to fill you up, and 3 ounces of cereal ain't going to fill you up either, so don't think that this is an excessive amount, all right? But anyway, so you're going to have about 3 ounces of cereal, right? Not this much. Now let's move on and look at Honey Nut Cheerios. All right, Honey Nut Cheerios, they're worse because they have more sugar. It's got quite a bit more sugar. In fact, 9 grams of sugar is in Honey Nut Cheerios. And you might think, well, only 9 grams. That's not that bad. Okay, that's 2 teaspoons of sugar. Go get you a teaspoon out of your little drawer and go measure table sugar, straight white table sugar. Get 2 teaspoons of that. That's how much is in 1 cup, 1 ounce. That sounds even worse. 1 ounce of Honey Nut Cheerios has almost 2 teaspoons of sugar. That's a lot for a little bit of cereal. And let's keep in mind, let's agree that you're going to eat 3 times this much. So 27 grams of sugar you will be getting in that portion of cereal. Okay, so just again, I'm just in the kind of mood. I'm going to be frank and kind of blunt. That sucks. You can't have 27 grams of sugar for breakfast and expect to lose fat. But I'm going to make my argument on why this is a crappy breakfast based on Cheerios, not Honey Nut Cheerios. It'd be too easy to do it with Honey Nut Cheerios. So let's go back to the original topic, which is Cheerios itself, which only has 1 gram of sugar, by the way. Not that much. You're going to have 3 times as much, though. You're going to have 3 grams of sugar because you're going to have 3 times this much. All right, but let's say you're going to have this. The sugar's not an issue. Then what is the issue? Here's the issue. Cereal with bananas. You're going to have 3 servings. They call it a serving, and that in the kind of mood I'm in, that kind of pisses me off when food manufacturers do that. They call something a serving, and it's like an amount that's ridiculous. It wouldn't be a serving for a hummingbird. They do these ridiculous serving sizes because most people, here's what happens. Most people look at a food label and they see that, oh, look, and they look at the calories and they go, oh, look, I can have this because it's only 150 calories. And so they think it's great. Well, great. You fell for what's great is that you fell for the marketing ploy, because that serving will be like, let's say it's chips, and you read it and it will say, your serving size, and you read it and come to find out 4 chips. Or even better, they will, they'll put the weight on there, knowing you're not going to weigh it like you should, but it'll be something seriously like this, 4 chips, and you go, oh, damn, I ate 14 chips, or no, I ate 24 chips, something like that, and then you think, oh, it's 150 calories. That's what they want you to think. Anyway, I'm getting fired up. All right, so your 3 servings of cereal. Here's the deal. It has, if you're going to have Cheerios, then you're looking at 60 grams of carbs right here. All right, 60 grams of carbs. We can ignore the protein. That doesn't even count. You got a couple of grams of fat. I ain't worried about that. 60 grams of carbs in your cereal. All right, you're going to have, I assume, because you're trying to do good, because you're having cereal with bananas. You're giving it the old college can do. All right, well, then you're going to have skim milk, right? Not regular milk. So again, I'm not going to take the easy route. I'm going to say you're having skim milk. Well, let's say you have only 1 cup of skim milk, and that is probably, you could probably get by having just 1 cup of skim milk. So that's a reasonable serving size. All right, so you got 12 grams of carbs there, right? Which, well, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. There's 12 grams of carbs in 1 cup of skim milk. All right, so then you've got your banana. It's healthy, right? That's a phrase. It's so annoying to me. But it's healthy. But it's natural. But juice is natural. Well, if you say that juice is natural, then cocaine is natural. It doesn't make any sense. Like juice, it came from something natural. Well, so did cocaine. It came from coca leaves, but it ain't the same. Anyway, one banana has 25 grams of carbs. All right? That's the fact. So let's add this up, and let me explain why this seemingly healthy breakfast is it's just piss poor. All right. 7 and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 97 grams of carbs. Is it okay with you if I round that up to 100? Let's call it what it is, because you accidentally poured a little bit more milk in there, or in fact you probably have more than 3 servings of cereal, because like I said, 3 ounces doesn't fill anybody up. All right, so that's the problem. The problem here is that this right here has 100 grams of carbs. All right, and you might be thinking, oh, but that's, if you multiply it out, that's only 400 calories. Well, here's another problem, is that you've been brainwashed to think that it's just about calories in versus calories out. No, it's not. I don't know if you got the memo or not. Maybe you didn't. It seems like the world hasn't, but that's why I'm trying to help you guys. All calories are not created equal. So when you eat 100 grams of carbs, and the purpose of carbs, by the way, the primary purpose of carbs is to provide energy. That's the purpose of carbs, is to provide energy. That's why all calories are not created equal. Carbs are for energy. So therefore, let me finish this thing up. All right, so when you eat this, you're eating about 100 grams of carbs. Do you know that last time that I put on a meal plan on one of my clients that I coach one-on-one, tell them what to eat, they get in shape and whatever. Do you know that last time that I put on a client's meal plan to eat 100 grams of carbs in one meal? I can only think of one person that I've done that with, and that person was a professional bodybuilder that weighed close to 300 pounds. That's the kind of person that might occasionally get 100 grams of carbs at a time. A lot of people, for example, let's say you're a female and you're wondering right now, well, how many grams of carbs would Dr. Clay recommend that I get per day? About 100 per day, spread across the day. So what happens when you eat this, your blood sugar goes up, and then it's going to crash. Insulin comes in to grab all this extra blood sugar. It takes it off because that's too much at one time, because anyway, insulin ends up storing whatever is not needed. It's stored as fat. Simply put, eating too many carbs makes you fat. It's that simple. And I can tell you for certain, eating 100 grams of carbs at one time is too many. That's all there is to it. It's too many. Do you know how many grams of, a lot of people talk about, wow, I want to get some energy. I want to get my blood sugar up. Fine. Okay, then you need to eat some cereal to get your blood sugar up. Cool. Do you know how many grams of carbs your blood sugar holds? This is a key point here. How many grams of sugar does your blood sugar hold? 5 grams. Your blood sugar in total, all the blood in your little body holds 5 grams of sugar at any given time. 5 grams of carbs. That's 1 teaspoon. So you're eating 20 times the amount. When you're eating this meal right here, you are having 20 times the amount that your blood sugar is holding at any one time. But guess what? Your body's so neat that when it can't use all those calories at once, it will shuttle them off to your liver, and it can store them there. Well, guess what? How many grams of carbs your liver stores? 100 total. So you would not only fill up your blood sugar, but also your liver's storage capacity for sugar all at one time by eating this meal right here. And remember when I drew that stupid graph that went up and down and whatever? Well, as it starts going down, because your blood sugar is crashing from eating this stupid meal, your blood sugar's crashing, guess what? You get hungry. This right here, as your blood sugar's going down, that leads to hunger. So then, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, you're going to be hungry again after eating this meal. So this meal it's crap. It's not that any one of these is bad. I'm not a major fan of milk, but I ain't all that against it either. So I have nothing against milk. Milk is fine. I have nothing against Cheerios. Cheerios are fine. I definitely have nothing against bananas. Big cheesy smile there. But my friend, the key, that's a stupid looking smile. Anyway, the key is this is way too many carbs at one time. If you're trying to lose fat with this breakfast here, all I can say is good luck with that. It's not going to work. The rest of your day better be perfect, and it sure better not have many, if any, carbs in it, because you pretty much got your daily dose right here with this breakfast right here. All right, I'm done. That's my rant for today, and that's what's wrong with this breakfast right here. See you tomorrow.